said that you've been hurt once.
Hello, my creatively faithful friends. This is Teresa. Welcome back to my channel. I have something very interesting for you today. You've seen me do it before, but as you probably saw from the title, you'll know what I'm doing. But I want to take a minute. I don't normally do this kind of thing, but I want to take a minute for you to see that I pulled myself together today. I've got makeup on, my hair's done, and I am in front of the camera. Now, I'm not going to be in front of the camera the whole time because what I'm going to do, I'll need to do face down. But first, I want to tell you a couple of things that I really needed to have told you way back when, but I didn't. So, I'm going to tell you this now. I am going to start, and I may have shown this before, but I am going to start doing some faith journaling. Now, I've never done faith journaling before, and I happened to see somebody in a Facebook group. They had a beautiful Bible. Well, I went to look up that Bible, and it was not in a translation that I wanted to have, and it didn't come in another translation. So I was on a search for a very pretty Bible that I could faith journal in, and that came in a translation that I wanted to use. So I found this one. It's the Inspire Bible. Let's take a minute to just revel in how beautiful this Bible is. I mean, it is gorgeous. It's the edges has sprayed edges. I guess they're not hand painted, but sprayed edges, and it's got this gorgeous design on them. And it is, I'll just let me turn to what was my word of the year last year. And then I will tell you why I am going to faith journal in this Bible. Okay. So my word of the year last year was trust. And so my verse of the year was, oh, hold on, I'm in the wrong book. My verse of the year was Proverbs 3, verse 4 through 6. Then you will find favor with both God and people, and you will earn a good reputation. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek His will in all you do, and He will show you which path to take. So then it has this over here on this side. It has this already done artwork. If you know, you know. If you don't, I can't draw a thing. So I plan to do some faith journaling and color in these. And then what I'll do with those verses, even though it's on this side of the page, I'm going to dive deep into those verses and just write out what does that mean to me, and highlight those verses and what does that mean to me. And I plan to do that with this year as well. I got this Bible for Christmas. As you know, I had, some continued health challenges at the beginning of this year. I feel like my year just started in March because I'm finally feeling better. I'm finally back to being motivated and having the energy to do things. Now, I do want to tell you, sometimes I get out of breath doing things and talking, but that I can't do anything about that. It is what it is. So that is that Bible. My word of the year this year, I had thought I was going to do 2 words of the year because God kind of laid on my heart 2 different words. And I thought I was going to have 2 words, but I decided, no, I'm just going to stick with the 1 word. And if the second word just really continues to resonate with me, I'll use that word next year. So my word of the year this year is hope. So God gave me that word sometimes back in October when I was really going through lots of health challenges. So that is my word for the year, this year. Now, the next thing I want to go into, this is why, actually, all of this is tied to my word of the year, which is why I wanted to, show you the Bible and everything. So my, back in late fall, I was asked to collaborate with a company, and they sent me some things, and actually they didn't send me some things. I was able to pick out the things that I wanted, and so I went and picked them out. And I never was able to make the video because of my health challenges at the end of the year. And I am a person that I honor my commitments. And so I contacted my person that I was contacting with. I said, I am having lots of health challenges. I said, when I am feeling much better, I will definitely get to this video. So it's from the company called IB. So this is a little washi tape inspiration booklet that came with the washi tape I ordered. And so it's kind of a journaling / stationery company, kind of like Journal Say, if you've ever heard of them, but it's called IB. So I will link their website down below, and I think they gave me a discount code back when. I'll have to check if it's still available and everything. But anyhow, this video and what I'm going to do to showcase these supplies is all using these supplies. So this is what I ordered. I'm just going to show you what I ordered, and then I'll show you up close with the top down video. I ordered this cute set of washi tapes. I don't know if you can read that or not. IB set of washi tapes, and they're all coffee related. And I'll pull them out and let you see them in a second. So I ordered those. Coffee every day, all kinds of coffee. And, hold on. To celebrate that, I made, this says Queen Bee. My husband calls me the Queen all the time. And I think this is just beautiful. My craft room is kind of decorated in bees in the spring. I decorate my craft room different ways. So anyhow, I made, this is only my second iced coffee I've ever made at home. And as you can see, it's kind of a little, I put a little bit too much cream in it. But the very first one I ever made, it was horrible. And I was at Bible study the other night, and our pastor's wife explained to me how to make an iced coffee at home. So I'm going to take a sip. It's okay. It's not great. It needs to be a little more coffee flavored. So I like flavored creamer in my coffees, and so I had a pumpkin spice K-cup and pumpkin spice flavored creamer. I know this isn't the season for that. And I did put a sweetener in it. So I think I kind of because my pumpkin spice creamer is 0 sugar. I think I overdid something because it kind of has an off taste, but anyhow. So that's what I'm drinking today as I am getting this video up. Here's the other thing that I asked for. They told me I could order 2 things. And so here's the other thing I asked for and you'll see why I asked for these coffee things in just a minute. So these are like little coffee journaling cards. Just little cards you can write on and stuff. So I'll spread them out over here in just a minute. Okay. Then this is the star of the show. Well, IB is kind of the star of the show since that video is going to, what they sent me. But this is the star of the show, really. This is going to be my creative journal this year. And I bought this in 2012 24 on Black Friday from Archer and Olive. I do have their channel link down below and a discount code, and it's an affiliate link. So I'm not sure if the IB code is an affiliate link. I'm going to have to reach out to this lady and find out all of that information once again, or go back and read the email. I didn't think to do that before I started. So anyhow, this journal is called, and you probably can't get it anymore, but I've seen it floating around different groups. Archer and Olive has an In Search Of, a buy sell trade group. And anyhow, I love this journal. It's called Floral Bistro. So it's got all these florals on it, and it's got these coffee cups. Of course, it's A5, and it's this blush pink color, which I really love. It's kind of like a, it's not a cloth cover. It's kind of like a, I don't even know what you would call it. But I love the feel of it. You know, it's got your traditional inside that's got just like, I don't know what you would call that pattern. Your top page, front page, and then it's got dot grid, and it's got their traditional 192 pages, 160 GSM. So what I'm going to do today in the video is set up the very first page. And for my creative journal, I did this last year too, I had some front pages that I put in my word of the year, my goals, not goals for the creative journal, but just my goals and that kind of thing. So that's what I'm going to do for this. And then, excuse me. And then because it's March, the middle of March, I am going to do January, February, and March when I get to them. I'm not even going to get to them today, but I'm going to do January, February, and March as a recap. And I've really thought that through. I'm going to dedicate 8 pages to each month and just go in and journal about a recap of the month. I have a lot to journal about January, but I have stuff to journal about for each month that I think would definitely fill up 8 pages. And then starting in April, I will go monthly from that point on, which I kind of counted. And if I stay on top of things, which that's what I am really trying to do this year, is stay on top of things that I really want to do, you know, now that I'm feeling better and having more energy. But if I stay on top of things, I think this journal will take me through the end of August, maybe the end of September. But that means I'll have to start a journal in the middle of not fresh at the beginning of the year. So I'm just going to have to be okay with that. That's not ever happened for me before. I've always started, when I've needed to start a new year, I've started a fresh journal. But that's just going to have to be like that. So I'm going to get set up to do my top-down video, and I will continue. I'll show you those washi tapes, and we'll get set up, and I'm just going to do my 2026 page, my intro page for that journal. And then maybe next week, I don't know, next week is next week? No, next week isn't. Maybe next week I'll be able to come back and do another video that I have, that I continue and all. And I may do some on my own. I'm not going to stress myself out to keep saying to myself, and this is what I have found that I had started doing last year, and it just really, really bothered me that I was putting off doing things that I wanted to do because I felt like I needed to do them in a video. And, I just cannot, I've told you before, I cannot continue, pumping out the content that I was pumping out because before the end of the year last year, because it was too much. So I am going to limit it to one, maybe two videos a week, and because I do have another channel. It's my card making channel. It's linked down below. If you're into card making, you can head on over there. And I do have obligations to Not Too Shabby Shop that I design for. And so, but I really want to not do things, or not, that's not what I'm trying to say. Not put things off that I want to do because I feel like they need to have a video. So so that's kind of my long story of telling you, you know, I need to take it a little bit easier. So I'm going to get set up and we'll get started. Okay, so I'm all set up here. Got my iced coffee over there in the corner. I've got my little little box that all these coffee tapes go in. So I'm gonna roll them. I already opened them. Okay, sorry, my husband came in, and I'm not gonna edit that out. Okay, so here is the first one. Let's see if I can just show you these without rolling them out, because that kind of took a long time. Maybe I'll roll out the printed ones, and I'll just hold up the basic ones. Okay, all of those. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so all of these are just a basic. We have a little polka dot in coffee colors. We have a plaid in coffee colors. And then we have a brown grid. Okay, so let's just roll these out. It'll still take a little while, because actually I will roll them all out, and I'll fast forward through that part, and then I'll show you all of them. I'll fast forward through the part of me struggling to open them. Okay, so there are all of them. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have 14 coffee washi tapes. They don't have very much on them, which I like, really, because, I've used up, I have a ton of washi tape, and I have used up a roll of washi tape one time in my crafting days. So anyhow, I'll be back in just a minute. Hubby has lunch ready. I'll be back in just a minute, and I'll show you the little cards, and then we'll get started. Okay, my friends, let's dive into these little journaling things. I think there's 2 of each. So we have this little coffee. These are smaller. These will be good to have, to write on in the journal. This one, it goes this way. It's got like a little coffee thing on it. I think it goes that way. No, maybe, I don't know. Maybe any way you want to put it.
And then we have this one. I'm going to kind of go through them kind of quick. You have that one. I like that one with the coffee bean on it. And then coffee stains. A postmark looks like. That one's pretty. Then another coffee cup and a postmark up there. It looks like another postmark. I really like that one. It says London, England at the top. Let's see what this one is. Oh, it has a coffee cup down at the bottom. It's kind of square. Another coffee cup one. Of course, they're all going to, a lot of them are going to be coffee cup because that was kind of part of the theme. And then another coffee cup with some foliage on it. And then this one. So I'll definitely be using those in the journal. Okay, let's see. We are going to start in the journal. I'm going to skip this page. I think I know what I want to do. I pulled out this. I pulled out a bunch of things from my stash that I have. Some girls. This I want to use. This is for my one little word page. Some coffee quotes. She believes she could, so she did. I think I'm going to use that with this, but I've got to figure out how to do that. Some lettering and then some other quotes. I want to use this as my name, but it's kind of a little too big. So I got to cut it down, and then I'm going to, because that's floral right there, I'm going to put she believes she could, so she did. So I'll figure out how, I'm going to fussy cut it out, and then maybe it'll fit. If it doesn't, then I might just cut some of it off. So that's for not a non-camera thing. So then I am going to do something with this page, but not right now. So this page is where we're going to start today. And I want to say, this is kind of my plan. I want to put 2026 Creative Journal. And then, let's see how big this is. Oh, okay. I could put 2026 Creative Journal over here. Put this in the middle over here. And then, yeah. Let's start there. I made this a long time ago as a laptop sticker on to put on my laptop case, and then I never used it. So we are going to use it in this Creative Journal. Oh, okay, I'll fix that. All I need was a little bit off of the. Oh, don't do that. Don't. Oh, I knew I was going to mess up. And this is not going to come up easily. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, now we got to do some surgery. And put this all I need. Let's see. I know I'm off frame, but I need to be off frame for a second. If I had realized it was not, that it was off of the, if I realized it was off, I would have trimmed it first. And kind of put it all together. Okay. Now I need to round these corners because the corners here are rounded. So I don't want it to look different. And I gotta get it off of here. Which is going to take a minute. Okay. So let's round this corner. I think we need to cut this part off. We need to round this corner. Not going to be perfect. And I need to round this corner. Okay, I didn't do that very well. See if I can make this work. There we go. It looks all right. Yeah, I like that. Okay, then we are going to use one of these. Maybe this one. And I can write 2026 right here. I actually might stamp 2026 on there. And then let's find a different one. No. I want this one to go sideways, so I need to find one that looks okay sideways. Maybe that one. What do you think? Let's see if we do this one a little tilted that way and that one tilted that way. And we'll put some washi tape over here on the side. Here, let's do this first. Let's finish this side. Okay. All right, I like that. And then we're going to put these two just like this. Let's use this one. This big wide one we'll put down at the bottom. And where's a washi tape cutter when you need it? Across on the other side of the room. Had to get up and get it. Sorry about that. Okay. All right, so that will go there. And we're going to do we're going to do this one that is, but I didn't open this one at all, so. I'm going to do this one down this way. Oh, let's do. Perfect. So if I didn't put it high enough up here and I got a frayed edge. All right, so we are going to stamp 2026 on this, but I'm not going to do it right now. Well, yes, I am. I don't want to, I have a tendency to not finish things, to do them halfway, kind of. Does that make sense? You know, or unfinished projects, I guess you would say. And then I never get back to them, so then they remain unfinished projects forever. So I don't want this one to remain an unfinished project forever. So I am going to finish it. So I'm going to have to get out my stamps because I didn't really make a plan on the... Well, I had a plan as to what all I was going to show you, but I didn't have a plan as to exactly how I was going to decorate this. Okay, so that... Okay, here's my other things. So I am going to see if I have a quote. Oh, here we go. I know I have that quote over there. I'm going to put... Change the world, start with coffee. And these stickers came from Red Lyrics on Etsy. I will link her shop down below. Okay, and I want kind of an image right there. I have something in mind, but again, I have to get up and get it. Okay, I have a bunch of pet tapes, but again, they're on the other side of the room. How about this coffee shop right there? Then I can use some of these others to go kind of over here too. All right, I like that idea. But these aren't pre-cut pet tapes, kind of like they come now. I got these a long, long time ago. I don't even remember where they came from. So we're not going to use any more quotes because I don't like a lot of quote heavy things. I feel like they kind of detract from all of the other stuff. So we'll just use some images. And I could have used my gyro cut to like cut it out a little better, but I think this will be okay. Yep, that looks great. And the reason I wanted to do coffee for all of this is because of the cover of the journal. So only my beginning spreads, you know, the front matter, so to speak, in the journal are going to be coffee themed spreads. The rest of the journal, I will probably, decorate, with other things. And my goal this year is to use what I have. So I will not always be able to tell you where I got it from. I won't always be able to link to it. I'm really not a content creator, promoting shops for the most of the time. This one happened to be kind of different. But so anyhow, my goal this year is to use what I have and not be going out and buying something just because I want to show it. So I, have in the past, even as recently as last year, I just have too much. I just have too much. So I've got to quit. This room, that's my craft room, is overflowing with product, because I'm a card maker, I'm a journaler, I'm a planner. It is just overflowing with product that I have nowhere else for it to go. I love it. And that kind of covered up that little spot right there that was kind of, you could see that it wasn't meeting. I love it. Let's put something right down here, and then we will call it a day on this spot. The coffee and the beans, maybe? Let's see what else is on here. I think, yeah, the coffee and those beans. I think that's too big. Okay. All right, so let's do this. Then I'll get out my stamps and we'll type 2020, or we'll stamp 2026. And then I will write creative journal. There. All right, perfect. I have a tendency to say perfect when I think it looks just right. Okay, so we're going to type stamp. Let me see. Okay, and another thing I kind of want to tell you, for my videos going forward, is I am going to try my best to not have to edit videos a whole lot. So some things, like when I had to get up and get the stamp, or this, this box of stamps, I'm just going to try not to edit things as much. I'm not going to cut that out, because that is what is very, what should I say? That's what's very energy draining for me, is to, spend all that time cutting things out. So let's see if this will even fit right here with what I've got. 20. And then 26. I can't stamp that on top of that plastic. $20.26. Okay, I think it'll work. I think it will work. But we got to get something to go underneath here. Let's see if that's too tall. Let's try and use a different journal to go underneath here. That's too tall. Let's try this one. That one works. Okay. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm all over the place today. I'll try not to be all over the place, especially since I'm not going to edit as much in the future. But it is what it is today. I'm sorry. Okay, so we have 20. Okay. And I'm using Macchiato ink from Catherine Pooler. Okay, let's hope this works. Ah, perfect. I mean, it went off the thing there, but I knew it was going to. I knew it was going to, but I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. I'm really liking how this is coming out. This won't, you know, doing the first spread in a journal is always the what's the most daunting. So once the first spread is done, I think you can, you know, keep going. Okay, so now we have the 0 that we're done with. Put that back where it belongs. And then we have the 6. We have the 2 and the 6. That's not even. Okay, and now we're going to ink this up. I know I'm off frame, but I got too much on my desk. There's one thing that I don't like about these Catherine Pooler inks, but I love the inks. The shape of the paper pad gets all over the block if you're, you know, doing a block. And you know what? I just noticed this line right here. That's how the stamp is made. So that line is not there because it's on the edge. That's how the stamp is. Okay, so now I have 2026. Perfect. Yay. I love it. I love it. I hope you do too. It was worth getting my stamps down and getting it done now. And these number stamps are something that I don't know where they came from. Don't know where. But I'm about to wrap it up here. I don't want the video to be too long for you. Let me know in the comments down below. Would you prefer watching a very long video, or would you just, you know, how long is too long for you to watch for a video? 2026. Oh, you know what I'm going to use that I have never used? I've never used these. I got these on clearance at Hobby Lobby, and I am going to use these to, where'd my scissors go? To stamp out Creative Journal, because I think I like how that'll look. Okay, so I did do some editing, as you can probably see, but I am also going to I've stopped and I'm doing a voiceover. This segment took quite a long time, so I'm using some Peg alphabet stamps, and I let you know in my rambling that I've never ever used these kind of stamps before. I got them on clearance at Hobby Lobby, and thought that they would be good for journaling. So anyhow, I'm going to play you some music while the rest of this clip is playing, and I'll catch you back in a minute. And I didn't purchase a single thing recently to create this spread. I'm going to stop the video, clean up this mess, and show you without all this mess here. So my friends, this is the spread I created today. Nothing fancy. I used supplies that I had before. I used the supplies that B sent me, the coffee washi tape and the coffee stained little journaling cards that I picked out. And so this is what I have for you today. Thanks so much for joining me and watching me and sticking by me. And I hope you enjoy it, and I'll catch you in another video. Bye.